Princess Sarissa back with my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. I ran into some problems, so I did a little bit of leveling, and it turned out I guess I leveled a little bit too much. So yeah, I ran into a big problem with the boss here, so. The basement's full of monsters. Hey Mid, that's Professor Sid's grandson. He said something about looking for a book. I haven't seen him since. I haven't the faintest idea where Mid's run off to. Yes, this is the Ancient Library. This is the Library of the Ancients, an archive of old texts. Why, you should be reading right now. Some books in this basement have been possessed by monsters. What a shame. According to one of our texts, long ago the crystals were more powerful than they are. After learning that, Sid created the machines to amplify the crystals to their power. It's this one, I think. Due south of here is the village of Jackal. They've excavated all sorts of precious items from the ruins there. I feel there's something quite important in these pages. Well, let's go read that book. 30 years ago, a monster, Biblos, appeared near the wind shrine. It was sealed underneath this library. We can't read that book. That's important. Why? Because, half its pages of it have been lost. Well, maybe we can find those pages downstairs. A traveler's journal. I'll give the strange staff to the man from Tycoon. A mage's journey. A blue mage's journey. A long time ago, a freak would burn possessed books for us. Only want to burn the books that are possessed, but I don't know which ones. Well, if we talk to certain books, we'll have monsters pop up. 4 different monsters, page 32, page 64, page 128, and page 256. Those are the 4 type monsters we'll encounter in the books here. So, and it's kind of random. You'll get into a fight, and you'll fight a different number of pages, and then after a certain amount of time, the battle will be over. So, but one thing when you enter this area, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to have all your characters be a multiple of 5, a level multiple of 5, because one of the books casts a spell called Level 5 Death, and it basically knocks out any character that has a level that's a multiple of 5. So the gimmick in this is like there's magic that I guess moves the shelves around, so you gotta step on certain places to open the shelves, to shift the shelves around, and doing so will allow you to go further into the library. So it's kind of a small dungeon, but it can be a little confusing because of all the shelf moving around and the darkness. You see in some of the passages, it's dark, so you can't see the whole screen. Bwahaha, none shall pass. Yeah, this bookshelf is possessed and we can't get by it. Whether we try to go on the left or the right, so we're gonna have to go this secret passageway here. Climb up those ladders, press the A button. We're taken back here to this book. What's in this book? A freet. I am a freet. For many years I have existed, sealed in the pages of this book. Only those who will stand my flames will be granted the privilege of summoning me. And this is our first boss in this area. We have a second boss coming up, Biblos, that that one person talked about. And he was kind of the roadblock. So, I tried to find him at the levels that I was currently at. I think it was like 16 or 17. And I couldn't beat him. And then I tried a different strategy to try to run him out of magic points. But that didn't work. Even with, I had 50 high potions. I went back to the steam ship, the fire-powered ship. And I kept stealing potions off of, high potions off of the defeater enemies. I ended up with 50 of them. Figured, okay, now I'm going to come back and gain a few levels. And that thing didn't work. So I went and grinded a little bit more until I ended up getting 99 of the high potions. And then I was like, okay, gained quite a few levels. Like I said, got up to level 24 here. And sure enough, things proved much easier than I would have expected, So we defeated a freak. He wasn't really hard even at the lower levels. Basically what he does is you just gotta make sure you keep track of healing. Sometimes you use this high kick maneuver that will stun your characters, but his main issue is the multi-targeting blaze spell. So that's where the high potions come in handy for doing massive healing on that. He can also sometimes single target with Fire 2 spell. That hurts basically your character can only basically survive 2 of them, but if you get hit by one of them, just instantly heal up with the high potions. So now we got a Freet, we can get past this possessed bookshelf. Remember a Freet used to deal with possessed books? Well, he deals with possessed bookshelves too. And we want to sneak over here, because there's a hidden passageway over here. We'll sneak down here because we get a good upgrade, a ninja suit. That would be a good upgrade for one of our thieves. Gives a little bit more defense, and it increases agility and lowers weight, and weight slows down your agility. So now Lenna will act much more faster in battle, because she got an agility boost, and she's wearing less heavy equipment, so... And down here first, there's a lot of dead ends. We don't want to go to any of them because, obviously. So you see that level 5 death spell? Luckily we have no character that's a multiple of 5. That's a good spell to use with your blue mages. So, if you have a blue mage, you might want to come back here with one character, just one character that has a level of multiple of 5, so that they can get hit by that spell, and then they can learn that spell. Just revive them before the battle's over with the Phoenix down, and they'll learn that spell. And there's quite a few enemies, including some bosses, that are actually multiples of 5, so that's like an instant defeat on them. Yeah, you can learn quite a few blue magics in this area, so I'll be back here once I get my blue mages, so we'll see them picked up. So, and here we're going to run into our last page here, the spider. So, the best steal is from the page 256. You can steal high potions then from their common steal, and we can potentially get another ninja suit for our other thief as the rare steal. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of the rare steals, but picked up, a few extra high potions. I mean, it had the 99, but I may have used 1 or 2, so I was able to fill my inventory back up through these fighting, so... This is another blue magic spell, Moon Flute. It basically just berserks everybody, so it ain't gonna affect TnyToe and Galuf, because they're already in the berserk status because of their berserker class that they're in. But you see that Lenna and Faris, they both turned, like, their skin turned red. That's an indication of the berserk stat. So, talk with that book. We just have another fight with, those different pages, so... Obviously, we want to use our tent here, heal up, make a save, because we have a tough boss coming up, so... Even though I kind of make short work from here, these extra levels that I got, I tried to fight him at level 21, and didn't work out. Went back, got the rest of the 99, the other 49 heal potions, high potions, because I went in there with 50, and those extra 3 levels I got really made a difference. Stay on your toes, I have a bad feeling about this place. And we got 2 possessed books that attack us, but only 1 monster, Biblos, the sealed monster. So what makes Biblos hard is when he gets down to under 800 hit points, he uses a drain spell. And the drain spell basically heals him for about 200 hit points. It takes away that many hit points from your character and gives it back to him. Now, as you can see, we're not really doing a lot of damage to him. Berserkers are sometimes, but not always. So, sometimes what was happening was he was healing too much damage with each of those drain attacks that he used. So, but I guess those extra levels really boosted up the Berserker's attack. Probably gave them another attack multiplier. So they're doing extra damage. So yeah, you can see what's happening there. Now, another thing that was making it problematic was every time before you hit Biblos, before he gets under the 800 hit points, if you hit him with a physical attack, he can use this spell called Armor, which doubles his defense. And so obviously that makes your hits deal less damage to him. He can also use that Discord spell, which cuts your level in half, which affects your damage calculation. He can also use that Web spell that makes your characters slow, so you're hitting him less often with your characters. And magic isn't necessarily a good thing, because if you hit him with magic, he counters you by turning into a frog. So, we're just gonna give some dialogue. He says basically the massive shield will be blown wide open. I guess he's talking about that evil entity that's trying to be revived by destroying all 4 of the crystals. Well, I guess he's kind of right, because 3/4 of the crystals are destroyed already, so we better find that Earth crystal real quick. But the problem is we have no way to explore the world. Huh? I told you not to bother me when I'm reading. Remember, our dragon, the hero, can't fly over mountains, and we have no ship. Don't tell me you were engrossed that whole time. That whole time, now that you mention it, I did hear some rustling behind me. Was that you? Wow, you gotta be kidding. A strange bird, this one. Yeah, he was so involved in his book, he didn't even hear us fighting Biblos. Whatever, guess it's time to go back, huh? You guys coming too? I know a shortcut. Well, shortcuts are always good, because we don't have to go through that bookshelf maze again. Nope. And this takes us conveniently to the main room in the library, where there's a healing pot we can use, because we, obviously took some damage there. Mid, you're back! And so was the party. Thank you, you're alright. Thank you for finding Mid. Thank goodness you're back. Huh? You came to save me? Yepper. I don't know what I need to be saved from, but it was nice of you anyway. Here, take a look at this. Uh-oh, I'm gonna show off this book. This important book. I found the most amazing book. Behold, check it out. I bet with this method, we could repair the fire-powered ship. Wonder how he knows that the fire-powered ship is broken. I gotta tell Grandpa Sid about it right away. Sid? Oh, you know of him? He's my grandfather. Because remember, the wall was blocking off the ancient library. And it wasn't knocked down until after the fire ship stopped working, so. But now we just basically tell Mid that, you know, Sid's kind of depressed. He's blaming himself for the crystals being broken, so he's all depressed. What? He would never do that. Yeah, he did get depressed, I'm sorry. Maybe you can snap him out of it. Which is exactly what he's gonna do. Wait, Mid! Now, I guess his Mid is a pretty tough kid, because he got all the way down through that possessed library by himself. He even snuck past the Biblos, but maybe he should wait for us and we can escort him back to Karnak. But, sadly, he does not wait for us. But, so these guys all say the same thing. We'll eventually be able to get to Jackhole eventually, get some, we heard about that, up in Karnak. That one guy was like, I can't get back there, but if I could, you know, it'd be great, because there's a lot of good equipment there. Apparently there's rooms down there that must have some good equipment too. Mid rushed out of the library, said something about Professor Sid. Mid was saying something about, was muttering something about the professor. I hope Mid's alright. Mid just ran out of here. He looked pretty flustered. You'd be flustered too if you let that one wolf out of the prison in Waltz. Because when you go down to Jackhole, there is going to be some runes there. And if you let that wolf prisoner out of the Waltz dungeons, then he'll take some of the treasure that you won't be able to get. So, alright, let's head back this way. I tried to avoid any encountering any enemies in the desert, because remember it's that tough Dorn Chimera. Well, we're not tough enough to take him on yet. Although he has a really good blue magic spell, Aqua Breath. So we'll fight him later on in the game. So once we get those blue mages, so we can learn that blue magic spell. It's a hit all water spell, so it's good for taking out fire enemies and desert enemies. And we're gonna be going to a desert eventually later. We couldn't get into that one desert because the sands were moving too quick, but eventually we'll find a way through that desert. So it'd be nice to have that. Unfortunately, although it would be nice to, we won't be able to have that water spell by then. So remember where Sid is. Let's go see if Mid has come and found him yet. Nope. Sid! Mid isn't here? Come on, man, pull yourself together. Faris, we tried that earlier. It didn't work. Leave me alone. Don't waste your time on a worthless old lump like me. Come on, Sid, you gotta pull out of it. Grandpa! Maybe Mid can pull him out of it. Mid? Wonk, 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 wonk. Ouch, Mid, stop that. What are you doing? He's trying to pull you out of your funk. What am I doing? What are you doing, you silly old fool? You never give up. Never. Mid, you always told me not to be afraid of failing, and that if you messed up, you just had to start over and try again. Isn't that right? Mid. Mid, just try again. Mid, you're absolutely right. Of course I am. Alright, it's not over. The Earth Crystal is still out there. Yep, let's go defend it. Yeah, but where? I don't know, but we gotta find it and protect it. And to do that, we need the fire-powered ship. I'm right, aren't I? Yes, we need to get the fire-powered ship moving again, but without the crystal, way ahead of you, Grandpa. Take a look at this. Oh, where'd you dig this up? Ah, I see, like that. Nice work, Mid. This could do it. Alright, let's get to work. Yeah! Alright. Let's see what they have planned. They're gonna head over to the fire-powered ship, which I guess is no longer the fire-powered ship, but it's gonna soon become the steam-powered ship. So I guess it kind of must be, you know, still powered by fire. Professor Skid's kept out of here, happy as a lark. I wonder what happened. Well, he found a way that he could help us out to protect the Earth Crystal. Now, we know where the Earth Crystal is. We saw it when the Wind Crystal broke. It's in, like, some valley. But we just gotta find that place on our map. If they can get this ship working, then, hey, we might be able to find it. Move it, guys! Well, I guess if Mid and Sid can get this ship working. You'll have to excuse Mid, he's all fired up. We'll take care of the ship, so you kids just sit tight. Well, we're not really kids. Like, all the characters, I think they're, like, they're in their late teens, like 18, 19. And then Galuf is, you know, much older. I think he's, like, in his 50s? Galuf, what's wrong? Uh-oh, what's going on with Galuf? Yes, you look even stranger than usual. Galuf, are you alright? My head. Oh, is the amnesia coming back? It was like I could almost remember. No, the amnesia's going away. He's learning more about himself. Grandpa. And we'll see what's triggered that, change. Mid. Something with Grandpa. Grandpa. Hey, it's that girl, remember, back in, the ship graveyard. That's the girl who appeared that Siren made appear. That's his granddaughter. Ouch, man, stop that. What are you doing? So, seeing Mid, you know, talk with his grandpa, brought back Galuf and reminded him, I guess, that he's a grandpa. Both of their, grandchildren are, you know, blonde-haired, so... different genders, but, you know, still the blonde hair, and they look very, spunky and feisty. They're both flailing their arms there. He remembers her name, Krill. Galuf, what happened? Did you remember something? Here comes a big shocker. I'm not from this world! He's an alien! I wonder if he's, like, from, like Larry. I warped here through a meteorite from another world. Because the evil we sealed 30 years ago was beginning to awaken, so I came to stop it. Evil is reawakening? That's right, big bad evil. 2, the Dark Warlock, X-Death. So here we're gonna learn about that dark presence that's trying to break the crystals. No doubt about it, the power of the 4 crystals is gathered here. Perfect, we used their power to seal X-Death. We got a werewolf there, and there's Galuf and 2 other people. There's that thing that we saw earlier that has the 4 rocks. Each of them symbolize one of the crystals. If we went by it now, we'd only see 1 rock, because 3 of the crystals are destroyed. To seal here, I came here once before, 30 years ago. So if all 4 crystals are destroyed, then X's seal will be broken as well? Right. So those meteorites are like spaceships. They're UFOs. Galuf. Still can't remember clearly. Ugh. We can't allow X-Death to be reborn. Ugh. Well, hopefully they can get this ship going and we can find the Earth Crystal. As long as we protect it, we'll be okay. Well, it looks like they're sleeping on the job. Okay, we can't talk with them. We have to hit them from the bottom. There's these blocking. Ah, slept like a top. I didn't think top slept. Slept like a top. I sound like the old man. Like, grandfather like grandson. It's finished. We are so awesome. Presenting a boat that can sail without any wind. It's a steam-powered ship. So we can use this ship to go find the Earth Crystal? Righto, we'll count on you. We'll return to the Library of Ancients for now. We should be able to find some more clues there. Nice. So now we have access to pretty much all the world now with the ship. And if we want to head back to the Inner Sea, we just have to, go back to the Karnak meteor, warp to the Waltz meteor, and then we can hop back onto our dragon. We're off. And then fly around the Inner Sea. But the dragon was prevented from getting here into this part of the sea because of, the mountains over there. So, but now with the ship, we can have a lot of access to much of the world. But we're not going to do much exploring in this episode. We're just going to head over to the ancient library, because that's where Sid and Mint said they were going. So, let's go meet them over there. Or we'll park outside there and save the game. And that's what we'll pick up in our next episode. But we have a lot of new enemies that we can encounter in the sea here now that we can have access to the sea. And most of them will be weak to lightning. And that's a standard Final Fantasy thing, water enemies weak to lightning. So, we'll take care of these guys. Sahagin. Seeing them kind of late into the game. They're like, we see them real early back in Final Fantasy 1. But again, you get the boat real early in Final Fantasy 1. So, but that boat is also kind of locked in Inner Sea for quite a bit. So, I'm going to head into this little inlet here. And there's the ancient library. And we're going to save out here. And this is what we'll pick up in our next episode. We'll go back, talk with Sid and Min in the ancient library. Get some clues from them and see where their clues take us. Take care. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.